Летит! Мама! Отошли! Быстро! Сюда! Отошли!
Updated information about the victims in Kryvyi Rih from Dnipropetrovsk Regional Military Administration. 2 dead. Another 31 injured with torn and cut wounds, fractures and mind-blast injuries. 4 children were wounded. The condition of most people is satisfactory. 2 are in serious condition. These are the consequences of the strike on Kryvyi Rih so far. Russia is a country of terrorists. These are the conditions in which the people of Ukraine live. Hello friends, I am a Ukrainian who does not leave the territory of his country. I would like to tell you what is really happening at the front with the help of animation and the information that the Ukrainian armed forces are sending us. Support my work by liking it and also believe in our victory. The Ukrainian army continues to destroy the occupiers' ammunition depots, their headquarters and rear bases. This disrupts the logistics of the Russian army and complicates the rapid movement of troops at the front. The Svatovo section. Despite 2 Russian statements during the week about success near Sinkivka, neither of them is true. The front line has not changed there. Stabilization measures west of Karmazinivka have finally borne fruit. To overcome the chaos in this area, Rangers were deployed and are skillfully managing the situation. The enemy was not allowed to gain a foothold not only near Nadia, but also in the village itself. As a result of the fighting in Novoyegorivka, the enemy presumably remained only in the eastern part of the village. Thus, the enemy has full control over only Serhiivka. Of course, the enemy is using much larger forces in Serebryansky forestry, but has not had any significant success there. Bakhmut direction. Significant enemy reserves are concentrated in the northern part and on the outskirts of Klishivka village. Fighting is also taking place near the villages of Andriivka and Kurdumivka. The Russian army continues to hold on to every forest landing with the help of artillery. Avdiivka section. Russians periodically launch assaults from Kruta Balka towards Avdiivka, but this does not cause significant changes. The Ukrainian armed forces had partial success near Nevelsky. In Mariinka, fighting continues for the western part of the city, but no significant changes have been recorded. Berdyansk section. After the liberation of Staromayorsky, the fighting took place along the line. Priyutne, the cascade of reservoirs, Zavitne Bazhanya, and the northern outskirts of Urozhaine. For the enemy, Urozhaine has turned into a precariously positioned outcrop on the eastern flank in 2 months. These factors make it difficult for the Russians to further defend the village, despite the large number of fortifications in the village itself. Zaporizhia section. Enough footage has already appeared of the massive attack by the 116th Brigade, which was sent between Robotin and Verbove. Unfortunately, there was footage of both our prisoners and lost equipment. The enemy managed to regain some of the positions, and finally the situation is either unknown or stalemate. We were separated from success by unsuccessful actions on the flanks. Many people ask why Robotin. The deeper the front, the lower the concentration of minefields. If the defense forces stop for a couple of months now, we will get the same situation as in June. In this video you can see how the military came to the positions near Orihove, which were occupied by the occupiers in the Zaporizhia region. And here our fighters destroyed an enemy Buksam. The accurate work of the Ukrainian defenders deprived the occupiers of the cover of the sky and opened up the entire area for our artillery to freely work on enemy warehouses, infantry and equipment. It is worth recalling that the Buk system includes a combat control center, a radar station, up to 12 launchers, each to which can carry up to 6 anti-aircraft missiles and up to 6 self-propelled guns, and transport and loading vehicles. The climbed range of the system is from 2 to 70 kilometers. In this area, the 15th Brigade of the National Guard of Ukraine captured Russian Lieutenant Alexei Melnikov, who was left wounded by the occupiers, and his family was informed of his death. According to Melnikov, he is fighting with the Germans in Ukraine, believing that Germans and fascists are the same thing. It is worth nothing that the vast majority of Russians, brainwashed by propaganda, believe the same. And in the occupied Crimea, the Russians are trying to protect the Crimean Bridge from surface and underwater drones with a mesh fence, because their glorified air defense is not up to the task. It cannot protect the main logistics hub that passes through this bridge.